So what you see and hear will start to affect the body. All right? The first effect, because it's like pouring water on ground, dry ground. The first effect you see when someone starts just, as we would say, mouthing at you, just blasting away at you and saying, calling your names or putting you down. The first effect you see is the outward countenance, right? You just, it affects. But that's the first thing you can see is that. And then if it remains, it will start to mess with their mind. And if it continues, eventually it will infect the spirit, right? And it can take a short while, and there's a whole lot of different things involved in it. It can be intensity, which is a major aspect of everything. The fervent prayer of a righteous man. Intensity involves everything, right? Now, it can be intensity, or it could be volume, length of time. Okay, a certain word to look for. But it can be a short period of time, but very intense. Or it can be a long period of time and much looser, right? And yet both would have the same result eventually, right? Now, by seeing and hearing, this gets into the body, starts to change the body, seeps on through, starts to infect the soul, and if it goes on long enough, it will seep on through and affect the spirit. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up is because as ministers of the gospel, here's something you got to know. Because if you don't, and this is why, this is one of the things that is going to make you and what we do different than a lot of other schools. Because many other schools don't know this. They have different viewpoints on spirit, soul, and body and different things. And because I was privileged to sit under Dr. Summerall, I have a different viewpoint. And it works and it functions and it's biblical from everything I have been able to find. Now, what people don't understand is that what people want is this. They want God in your spirit, and then forget all this. Here's the person that needs help. And what everybody wants, first off, what they really want is they want God to come from heaven and touch that person, right? Which is not biblical and it's not promised, right? Instead, the Spirit of God in you is to come out and minister. Now, notice this is not, bottom line is this has to get here. Most people want this, number one. This is their first choice. This is their second choice, right? Neither of which is God's choice. Okay? God's choice is that the Spirit and His Spirit, you get to a point where they're so blended you can't tell the difference. And then the soul is so converted and so renewed that this line is essentially gone. And then it should be that all of this starts to filter through the body until this is all one. And then because of that, now get this, the proximity of this person being near the radiance of the emanation of the Spirit of God should change this person.